And we're rolling.
Rolling.
Yes. Get those comics rolling right.
I like it.
Hello, everyone. All three or four of you that are waiting. Eh,
Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping by this evening.
yes, we know that there's a lot going on. There's a Star Wars stream, Star Wars Gate, which we love you guys. I just haven't been interested since the original. Don't know why.
I could think of a few things.
Yeah, the prequels. I know. Okay. So, for whoever's watching, we thank you for watching. Ah, yeah, I feel out of it, but it's not because of any specific thing. This one I've worked all weekend.
That'll
Oh
do
wow.
it.
Yes. We've ended up working all weekend. It's been, but enough about that one. How has your weekend been? You said you cleaned house at the old comic shop, right?
Yes, we did. I worked Friday night, like for I think 7 hours, prepping for our sale at our shop on Saturday. We hit 10 grand, which was awesome. And then I worked on Sunday, so I worked all weekend. It was rough. I'm
Yay.
still all sore and tired, but it was worth it. And a lot of people were like, "I didn't know you were still open." I'm like, "Yep, we are."
We are we're still open for business, everyone.
Hmm.
Yes. So basically, although you did have a picture, you showed it to me of red marker everywhere.
Yes, I fought the red Sharpie and the red Sharpie won.
I can imagine it. One. I did catch part of Doug's round table with Tim and Ian, which I caught part of it. That's what happens when you're at a desk and you're just like, let's see what's on. Oh, Doug's on.
When did
Caught
you
the
get to
show and I'm
Doug?
like, yes. Caught Doug on, and it was him and the other two. They had a comic skate round two, which about three of the more level-headed guys that we know, honestly.
Yeah. I caught I think the last hour, which was good. So yeah.
Yeah. A lot of stuff on there. If Doug left it up, catch it. Definitely. You might not agree with Ian's writing all the time as well, because Ian does write for Dangerous, which is Milo's site, but that's here nor there. He's a good writer all around. He has been on both sides of the coin. So, and I'm not pimping Ian out or anything. Not like we talk a lot. We talk every once in a while, but still.
Right on.
Yeah. Who else? What else did I catch? Uh, Comic Awesome has a bunch of reviews out. Check him out. He had a new
Yes.
baby.
A baby. All the babies.
Yes, yes, he has lots of chillins. I don't know how many TCA has, but congratulations. Hopefully you don't have too many sleepless nights, but you probably will.
I wouldn't know. Oh yeah. What else happened? Oh yeah, I met a dog that I might be adopting. So
Pupper.
puppers. It's another corgi, and we do a trial week run to see if things are good starting next Saturday. So I'm gonna see what it's gonna be like with two puppers. I can barely handle one dog and a husband, so I don't know what another dog is gonna add to the mix.
Right. Another corgi and a husband. Uh
Yes.
so we tried a plan last time, but then MS and Parkinson's decided they wanted to creep up.
Yep.
PTSD decided it wanted to creep up on me. So hey, woo!
Hey, life happens, man.
But
Remember to take care of yourself first.
definitely. But I'm glad we're here for this old time hour. We've got
Yep.
we found a few books. We did along our road to health or lack thereof
Or
health.
lack thereof health, yes.
So the book that Spike and I dared each other with. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you kids. Remember, I'm an amateur. Here we are, fresh from my Comixology digital page. This is Interpol Mexico, the case of La Muerte.
That looks cool. It's got a
It,
neat
it,
cover.
it does, it does. Uh, Basically, think of it. This is based on a true story, based on true cases. Yes, I know you're sharing Google Hangout. Here, it's by Europe Comics. Zeralt writes it. Marty does the art. Well, this book, when I got it on Comixology, it is $5.99. Spike did say the TPB was €12, which will run about 11 niche in America. If you want the pure paperback, trust me when I say that this is a very good book. This is one of those books that, oh, let me see if I can click the next page if it doesn't. Yeah. I mean, look at this art. As I said, they do everything kind of case files, the coffee stain manila envelopes.
Yeah. Well, looks cool.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get back in here and we're gonna start.
I don't think it's sharing. I don't see it on.
I know. Hold on, let me see if it'll do share.
I think you have to click your
Share.
icon. Or
Present to
here.
everyone. Here we go.
There we go. Yay, we're back.
Eh, See, kids, I can do podcast me. But no, Interpol Mexico, as we say, they present everything within a manila envelope as to start with. But yeah, serial murder, and drug trafficking. And it does tell you the two protagonists. The local agent is Pablo Tikal, who's the private investigator, and Claire Burnell, who is the local Interpol agent. It's basically at first they're chasing a needle in the haystack because the one thing that you have to know about Mexico is that money greases the wheels in Mexico a lot. The cops aren't too worried about the case because they're getting their wheels greased elsewhere. The cartels are greasing their wheels to kind of ignore stuff. The one thing that will jump out in this book too is that a lot of what happens in Mexico is that, your private investigators, the guys with nothing to lose, are the guys having to solve these crimes a lot of the times. It's about 60 pages. As I said, in Comixology, it's about $5.99. Europe Comics produces some pretty good books overall, actually. And back, but yeah, that is one of those comics you should check out. Basically, the beginning of the book starts out, kid finds a severed head. Oh, all of it goes
What a
nuts.
way to start a book. A child finds a
Yeah,
severed head.
severed head. Yeah, that's the ultimate way to start the book. Here we go. We're not going to sugarcoat it. Hey, Darky.
And there's
Yeah,
Penny barking in the background.
yes, there is Penny. But yeah, that's the strangest way to start a book and the best way to start that book. So yes, you would. I know you're not much of a for the horror. It's not so much horror. It's more crime drama. It's more, you
I
know.
could do crime horror. Well, yeah, I mean, one of the books I picked up is probably, well, I don't know, because yeah, We'll
we'll
talk about it when I
dissect
get
it.
there. We'll
We'll
dissect
dissect
it.
it. Yeah, but definitely a one you should pick up. All of the Europe comics I would recommend to people because, in fact, you can type it in on Comixology. You can also get the book too, and they'll give you a separate price for it as well. Like I said, Spike picked it up 12 euros, which is about 10 or 11 US dollars. And he's told me the book itself is high quality stuff. If you pick up the trade paperback outside of digital, like
Oh,
it's
right
kind of
on.
it's one of those portfolio type books, which I probably, if I get that option or if I figure out the site that he went to, I would probably pick it up that way too. So I'm like, yes, high quality books add to my mantle.
That's
But
that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I've kind of what was it? I was on a Batman kick after reading White Knight this week, and so I picked up finally added Long Halloween trade to my collection, and then I picked up Kingdom Come. So hopefully I'm going to do some reading tomorrow, but I'm starting to like the idea of trades more than single issues. So we'll see. Well, I mean, with current stuff, but yeah, trades seem to be very popular now lately.
they are, and I think Europe comics too because they can only produce so much a month too. That I think
Yeah.
that's what the way they go.
Yeah, yeah. I know we carry quite a few translated, well, the Valerian stuff we carry. But yeah. So I guess should I go are you done with Interpol?
I am done with Interpol for now because it's one of those I can't talk about the book without revealing too much because let's say the killer is never who you think it is in these books. It never
Hmm.
is.
Yeah, that's usually
that,
the case.
that's usually the case. All I have to say about that one is uh yeah, when you go to your local meat shop, be very afraid.
Oh dear.
Yes.
I don't even know that I have a local meat. Yeah, I think we do. Yeah, there's a butcher's place right down the street from where I live. Huh.
You the part of the world you're in, Feisty, there should be. There should be a carniceria somewhere
Yes.
in that neighborhood.
Yep, there really should, huh? Now you just gave me away. No, I'm just kidding. So,
No.
what was it? So I was kind of a little behind because I've been prepping for the sale that happened yesterday at my store. So I kind of ransacked the Miss Indie um section of our back issues. So I picked up a couple books and I'll get to the one like my second ranking is the second. So it's Heathen number one by Vault Comics. Here, I'll share my screen. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it's Heathen number one by
Present
Vault.
to the class.
Present to the class. I don't know. Can people see it? Yay.
Yes.
And now it's going. Okay, so yeah, Heathen number one from Vault. I've seen a couple uh, books from Vault come in through the shop, and this when the first trade came out of this, I was kind of interested. So I was like, oh well, I'll see if we have it. Maybe I'll review it. But yeah, so it's Heathen Vault Comics. Writer and art is Natasha Alterisi, I believe. Um, I dig the art. It's very um raw, so it kind of goes with the theme. So from what I gathered, the first couple pages, it's this woman on a horse, kind of doing her traveling stuff, and she tells the story of what Brunhilde and how she went against Odin's what is it? His dictation of letting this king go free, but Brunhilde kills him anyway. So how she's like in this ring of fire and basic yeah, the story of the Valkyrie that's but yeah, so then um this Viking, I guess she's a five, maybe a Viking. I don't know. I don't know what age or what time it's supposed to be, but then some other stuff happens. This trickster immortal kind of jumps out at the two females and I think Adis is her name. Aydis is the main character in the story.
Yeah, that's a
She, yeah, and she throws down, and then I guess there's some stuff that happens with it. I don't know. It kind of seems like it has an agenda, but then it kind of doesn't. Like, the main character is lesbian and isn't really afraid of it, but basically she's on a quest to free Brunhilde. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of digging it. I'm like, I kind of want to read the rest of the series now. But yeah, but look here, I can show some of the pages. So it's like, yeah, it's really raw. You can see like the Valkyrie looking chick on the horse. Um, there's more of the art. I don't know. It's really interesting. I like how when it tells the story of the Valkyrie, it kind of goes into the shading. It's kind of monochromatic. I like that about when I'm reading comic books. Like it's not vibrant if it doesn't need to be because it's kind of like, I guess, a tale or something. Like an old tale. If that makes any sense.
And Dark is asking, so it's kind of like the White Knight. I'm like, yeah, in a way, the art, how it looks.
Yeah, the art, how it looks, is very sketchy, like more pencil ish, I guess, rather
Yeah.
than heavily inked. I don't know. I like it. I dig it. But yeah, so
Oh, he
um,
meant by the agenda. Oh, kinda. It really
oh
is from how it
yeah, I guess
sounds.
yeah, it's from how yeah, like it maybe sounds the fact that the main character is lesbian, but it's not really it's kind of like, oh, she's got more depth to her with the things that happened in the first issue. And that's kind of like, oh, okay, she's lesbian, but it's not like that's her only characteristic. But yeah, I've only read the first issue of this, but this makes me actually want to read the rest. So this was the second of the three books that I picked, but I'm excited to sell you on the third issue. So, but yeah, so
Yeah,
that's Heathen number one. If you like um fantasy, I guess this would be a book to pick up. So
definitely. No, yeah, that art I saw that art and I'm like, huh, that's some good looking art. I mean, even White Knight has elements of that too. It does seem similar in story, so I might check it out now that I see that's on there. Yeah, that's the best thing too, Dark. Not a one dimensional character at
yeah.
all.
Yeah, no, she's not. And that's another thing is like, okay, she can throw down against this trickster dude that comes out and ambushes it. But there's more to the plot line than that too. So I didn't want to give too much away. But if you're into fantasy, um, and you like that kind like yeah, into fan yeah, it's I don't know, it's based on old
Old Norse
yeah,
mythology
old
in a
Norse
way.
mythology. Yes, exactly. So I dig that. So yeah, that would be a good book to pick up. So I know the first volume of Trade is available. I don't know if it's just like a mini. I'll have to find out more. So yeah, but yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
liked it.
that's. Let me go into my library because I've got another book here. One that surprised me. I picked it up during the Marvel sale.
Oh,
I know everyone. Yeah, yeah. When you see it too, you would be a bit surprised that I read it.
oh, got it.
Yeah. All right. In fact, I've got it here. It is published by Marvel, but when I tell you who one of the authors is, you were like, "Oh, okay." Ladies and gentlemen, as soon
And
as my screen share decides it doesn't want to derp 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 derp,
and then yeah, don't
and
wait. Are you
then it
clicking on
does.
me? Oh, click on you. You're
I did.
showing me. Yeah, okay.
Here it is. See
There we go. Yay! Technical difficulties.
this? Yeah, we have them. This is the Prox transmissions, and you see the two writers on the bottom.
Yes. Wait, hold on.
Yes. Yeah,
I don't
Bates
know.
and Peter David.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't
You
even
know
know this
Peter.
was a yeah, they're not saying anything in the chat, so I don't know. Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, see, it's on me. But there we go. Sorry, but yes, the Prox transmissions. This is by Dustin Bates and Peter David. Peter David, he of long-standing Marvel. In fact, how long was he there before he just went off on his own? I think wasn't
Uh,
it during the Quesada
they still
during
don't see
Quesada's run?
anything. They're still not seeing the book.
Hold on, let me. It should. No, it says it's presenting. Technical difficulties, gotta love
Let's
them.
see. Oh, there we go. So, okay.
Yeah, see, it's doing the toys. Yep,
There we go.
yeah, old
Perfect.
school.
Okay.
Yeah, there is 8 chapters in this.
Okay.
It starts off like this. I'll give you the prologue page. This man, Steve, is a doctor. He's an astrologist. But he doesn't know what happened to him in the past month.
Huh.
He gets a note from one of his friends. The note basically says, shave one side of your head. He
Really?
shaves one side of
Is
it.
that I
Yeah.
thought you were joking. I thought, oh, sorry.
He,
Shave one
he
side of your
that's
head. Got it.
when he shaves his head, he gets a series of numbers. He's wondering why those numbers are tattooed onto his head.
Interesting.
Basically, the Prox Transmissions is written by Peter David. It's basically an entire trade paperback. I got it for 89 cents. I think it goes for 10.99.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know when this came out?
Let me see. Let me go back here. Axel was the editor in chief, so this was during Axel's run. I want to say,
Oh, it should say on the bottom of the when it was
yeah, the very
published.
small print. I believe I see 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, I see 2010. It is based on a novel by Dustin Bates, and Peter David adapted the whole thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll go back to the cover here. Basically, it's based on a secret society. The Prox transmissions. They discovered we're getting transmissions from the future. They're not sure how. So this scientist's entire quest, along with a female secret agent and his buddy, who's kind of Tony Stark like a Playboy engineer type,
Mm-hmm.
they're going across the country to try to figure out what the heck these numbers are on Steve's head for and what it relates to. Because they're like Steve and his buddy, their teacher was killed because he knew the secrets to those numbers.
Oh.
So they're going around on a wild goose chase. They're trying to figure out what exactly these Prox transmissions are. As they say, they've discovered that we're getting transmissions from the future, but they don't know why or don't know how. So yes, lots of alphabet agencies, lots of government oversight, lots of just intrigue inside the whole book. But yeah, it when I first saw it, I'm like, I bought it. I just bought it for the
For reasons.
for for reasons. It was like, yeah, they had it on sale. That was it. That was it. I just bought it. It was on sale. When I bought it, I let it sit for a couple of months. I really did. Then I read it and I'm like, this is kind of interesting.
That's
But
cool.
basically, yeah, for a bit, they are kind of one dimensional because,
Okay.
like I said, Steve doesn't have his memory. Once he gets more and more of his memory, then he figures out, okay, this is what happened. This is what I did. Let me figure out why I did this. It starts slowly building from the prologue to about midway through. You're like, something's not right here. uh, uh, when you get to the end of the book, you're like, okay, this is strange.
Was
Because
there like a good conclusion though? Like did it wrap it up pretty well or
it wrapped it up, but in the same time, it started the cycle again.
oh fun.
See what I'm saying? It's like it's a good book. It's one of those, but it starts the cycle again at
Oh.
the end because I won't give it away. It's one of those. If you see it, if it's still on the cheap, grab it. If it's still on the cheap, even if it's not, it's one of those. Well, Marvel, blah blah blah. It's like it's one of their back catalogs. Don't worry. Yeah,
Interesting.
it kind of is, Darky. It's one of those. It's a very cyclical book. A lot of things repeat themselves, and sometimes the hunter becomes the hunted in a way too. It's I think a good movie to tie it to, Feisty. You remember Contact?
Yeah.
Kind of like that in that vein.
Oh. Well, I mean, Contact was long, but I still enjoyed it. But yeah, I might actually if we have it, I might pick it up and read it cuz that sounds really interesting.
It is. It's kind of like Contact, which but Peter David adapted that novel pretty well, actually. But then Peter does a lot of things pretty well too.
That's good. Yeah. All right, cool. So that's definitely a recommend.
It is. I would say, yeah, if you can get it on Comixology on the cheap, get it. Like you said, if you find a trade paperback, it's one of those. It's a long read. I think it was 300 pages.
Oh wow. Wow.
But like I said, that's going through a prologue and 8 chapters.
I might pick
You
that
know,
up. That sounds interesting.
it was different. It really was. All right. You said you've got one interesting for me.
Okay, so I yeah, so when I was going through the Miss Indie stuff, I was like, okay, I need a number one of some kind or something. And I've heard kind of mixed things about Xenoscope's stories. Like I've never read any of them, so I'm like, sure, why not? Like I don't, since it's a one shot, I feel like I didn't have to know really anything about it to really get into it. So I picked up the one shot Oz, No Place Like Home. I get yeah, it's a very niche book, I suppose. Um, I mean, okay, so basically, Dorothy is displaced from her adventures in Oz back and home. There's a prologue page that shows what's going on in Oz, and then the Tin Man is like misplaced back into Kansas, and so it's basically going over what happens in that. So Dorothy and her friends are at a circus, and I mean the art. Okay, I do give this book really good art like critique. Like the art's great, the action in it is really good, the characterization is good. If you like your women curvy with large boobies, then this is a good book for you to pick up just because yeah, the women look like women, men are men, the action's really good in it. Even the dialogue is pretty good. Like it's definitely like I like the fact that they put southern speak into it, you know what I mean? Like y'all and that stuff. So that was kind of cool that they actually like
Oh,
put implemented accent into the book. So that was I guess yeah, so that was pretty good.
I,
But
I'll have to go through that one. And there was a viewership jump whenever you went boobies. I'm like, is Switchert is call.
Switchert is call. I said boobies, and then everybody came out. Yeah, that's
They're
funny.
like, she's talking
About
about
boobs. She's
boobs.
talking about boobs. So, but yeah. So I mean, overall, it was okay. It wasn't like it was decent, but it. I don't know. I guess I kind of want to know what happened in Oz. It's basically like what's happening at home. Toto isn't a small little yappy dog. He's like this wolf, so that's kind of cool. Like, I guess what Xenoscope does is take the old grim fairy tales and kind of puts I know they gender bend a lot, which is fine. But yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. Like I said, the action was done really well, and the dialogue was done really well. The story, I don't know, I felt it was lacking, but maybe that's because it's a one shot and it's. But I'm definitely intrigued in reading the Oz stories from Xenoscope now because I dig, the Wizard of Oz and all that stuff. So yeah, I guess it's the Warlord of Oz is the three part. There's Oz and there's like the Reign of the Witch Queen. I don't know. But yeah, it was decent. But yeah, if you like your women scantily clad with big boobies, then pick it up because those are the pictures are nice. The pictures are nice in this silly book.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be like, yeah, I highly recommend it. I'd just be like, if you want something that's just kind of fun, yeah, pick it up.
I know. And I saw the flying monkeys in that one. I'm like, ooh, that's not bad. Dang, dark. Yeah, about that. Now, for that thought. No, definitely listen, enjoy. You might pick up a couple of things while you're playing too, but no, I don't mind Zenoscope books as a whole. I did read the Musketeers book. I've got to review it. I'm just kind of like, no, I didn't review it yet. I need. I think you really do because I liked it. I liked Zenoscope, some of their stuff, the grim stuff, but the Feisty using her feminine wiles. There you go. That happens. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, this is the cell portion. I forgot. All right, let's. Oh yeah. All right. I I I I told you I found a book earlier, and you know what? I'll have to remember the name of the company. Delcourt. That's the company. All right, let's see if this loads up like we should. Thanks, Dark. How much do I owe him now? 20? But he did say the stream was. Nah, thank you. Seriously. Here, your check will be in the mail. Nah, Dark has been a buddy of ours for a while. All right. Let's see. Ah, resenting. All right. You see. So, this is Iron Squad by Delcourt Publishing. I also picked this up on sale. They had a Delcourt sale last week. If you see a Delcourt sale, jump on it. Delcourt deals in a lot of alt history books, and this is an alt World War II book. Iron Squad is basically a squad of Russian standing tanks. What had happened? Yeah, the man. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely okay. There is a female protagonist in this one for those that are like, oh boy. But here's the thing. You're seeing it from the Russian side of the war. Moscow's been devastated. It's been annihilated. You see that large German tank with the Iron Cross in the background there. Just imagine an entire platoon of those rampaging through Moscow. That small tank with the red star there, that's the tank of Lieutenant Tanya. She lost her entire family in the Moscow raid. So all she has to live for at the moment is revenge. She's not the sole one in the tank, by the way. She's in the top of the tank, and then below the tank, she has a gunner, which you'll see that light in the middle there. That's what he sees out of. She's moving the tank and piloting and aiming the weapons he's firing. So it's a two-person standing tank. Whereas that, you might have muted yourself. You muted. No, I didn't. Yay! But no, yeah, that's the funniest thing is that tank there, the German tank. That's a six-person crew tank. So just imagine those rampaging through your city. Which yes, but basically it's set at 1945. It's the end of our version of the World War II, and let me click in here and stop. It shouldn't be muted. Hold on, Feisty. I will rescue you. I think. Maybe. Control panel. All right. Yep. And I'm trying to fix Feisty's mic from the control room, and it's not working. Ah, ladies and gentlemen, don't you love technical difficulties? Feisty's microphone decided it wanted to go out. And in fact, but she does have the link to get back in here, so woo!
Are,
Testing, one, two.
are we back? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
All right.
Your microphone just decided it wanted to,
Yeah. There we go. Yay, I'm back. I'm better than it.
it,
Yeah, that book sounds really cool.
oh, Feisty's Mike wanted to read that book from earlier with
Yep.
Dorothy. Yeah.
So now people aren't. I don't know. I gotta check. I gotta check my shit. Oh well.
Oh well, I think you're good. He's like, I hear nothing now. Hold on, we're good.
Okay, good. Yay.
We should be good. Wanted to
But
take a
yeah.
little vacation. Yes, it did.
Uh-oh, now he
He
doesn't
doesn't
hear
hear
either. Oh well.
that. My mic is on. Your
I can
mic is
hear.
on.
Here, let me. Huh. Oh well, I hear both of us, and I just unmuted the Google thingy or the YouTube, but I'm getting audio anyway. But yeah,
There
no,
we go.
that book sounds really cool. I'm gonna have to pick it up now.
Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, hmm.
All right, now my turn to sell you on a book. So I picked up, let me share my screen. So yeah, so the third book I grabbed from ye old Misk Indie filed books was
Miscellaneous.
miscellaneous, yes, was Minecraft Holmes and the Apocalypse Handbook by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is writing books that are being translated into comic books, which is actually kind of awesome. Like, I guess he wrote the book. He actually wrote a book, and that's from it. And this book is published by Titan Comics and came out in 2016. So I believe, who does it say? Luis Guerrero and Simon Boland. I think they, what was it? Translated or not translate, but you know what I'm trying to say. Adapted the book. So but yeah, so yeah, I picked it up. I was kind of like, huh, well, I like Sherlock Holmes, but I know Mycroft is supposed to be the smarter of the two brothers. And so yeah, from the beginning, it's it starts out with a professor lecturing a young child, and then stuff happens. I'm not going to give away too much. And then like pretty much more stuff happens, and then it goes to a small, I guess, lecture office thing with a bunch of students and a gentleman, looks like another professor at Cambridge. And then Mycraft's being all snarky and, you know, making people hate him because he's of superior intellect. They're basically testing morale in this. The art is fantastic, by the way. Who did the art? Let's see. I believe it's Luis Guerrero. It looks like it, yeah. And then yeah, so Mycroft's pissing off everybody in the lecture hall. And then cut to a couple scenes. You see Mycroft talking to a lady in bed, and they're naked, so they're doing the horizontal dancing.
Yes.
Yes. And yeah, that happens. And then all of a sudden,
Switch is gonna kick himself tonight
I
because
know for not coming to our stream, that guy.
uh, I know he's hanging out with Gary and the crew, but still, he'll be like, "I missed boobies and I missed horizontal limbo."
What? Yeah, that's their loss. They didn't hear Feisty say boobies. Oh, I said it again.
There
But yeah.
you
So
go.
anyway, so in the middle of their pillow talk, in walks. Hold on. Do Shitlick. That is one of Mycroft's enduring name for his little brother. That actually made me chuckle out loud. It was pretty good. And then some other stuff happens, and more stuff happens that's pretty intriguing. Yeah, and basically Sherlock is like, "Nah, I'm not gonna help my brother." And then yeah, but it looks like I actually want to pick up the book by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like the art is fantastic, the writing is really well done. Yeah, I just don't want to give away too much because, you know, what's the fun in ruining a book? But yeah, so if you like mysteries and you like the whole, it's got that very, you know, Sherlock like that Holmes feeling, that detective stuff. And if you like their character, I mean, Mycroft is very young in this. Like he's in college, so it's like young adventures of Mycroft Holmes. But yeah, I'm actually really intrigued. Out of the three books I read this evening, this one was probably my favorite. And I'm like, oh wow, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wrote a book, and I actually want to go pick up the book now or order it from Amazon or something. But yeah, I
Um,
highly recommend this from just reading issue 1.
and Darky and MHG is asking, "Hey, Kareem wrote a book." I'm like, "Yes. Not only does he have a wicked skyhook, he can write, and he's also a pretty decent martial artist."
Yeah, but
I mean, he's done a lot over the years.
yeah, no, I was really intrigued by like the story. Like I said, the art was really well done. The story is really good. So yeah, it was adapted from the book that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You can't not say his whole name because reasons. I remember going to a Laker game. I think he was on. Was he a Laker or Spurs?
He was a Laker.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was.
a Laker.
Yeah, I watched a Laker game where he played. It was a Spurs playoff way back in the day. That was cool.
Yep.
But
It
yeah,
was.
I
I
digress.
that's one of those books that I'm like, whoo. Oh yes, Metal Horror Gamer reminded me Airplane, where he's the
Yes.
pilot.
Yeah. No, but
aren't you Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Yeah.
that's so funny. But yeah, no, I so yeah, out of all three of the books I read, Mike Off Holmes and the Apocalypse Handbook is probably the one that I recommend the most. And I'm actually going to look for the rest of these books because I want to read them. Like, I want to know what happens.
uh, so on other books that we've been pimping, Hungry Ghost is on its third book now. It's almost
Ooh,
over. It's almost over.
I know. I'm going to have to pick up the trade when it comes out.
Yeah,
And then
number four is probably out this month, and then that's it.
Dark Arc trade comes out next month, I believe. And then the story arc
Oh, I'm
picks back
grabbing
up
it.
in June. And Rose is ongoing still, which is yeah, it's on. I think it's 10th issue comes out this month, so I'm excited. And then
I did. I did pick up on a lark, like I told you. Kodasha had that sale. Picked up 5 volumes of Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. If you
yeah,
remember,
you were telling me about that. And I'm the trades or mangas or whatever have been in the store for a while. I might library because I need to brush up on my manga. So any of you out there that are listening, hit me up on the Twitters and recommend some manga so that way I can read some too because we do sell manga in the store too and it does pretty well.
yeah,
So
mangas. I also picked up, since you're on the Holmes kick, I did pick up I Holmes from Alterna.
oh cool.
I've got to read that one. Uh, I also picked up God Country. I'm going through that one.
Yay! I'm actually so many people that I've been talking to in the store. I've mentioned that Donny Cates is writing Venom, and everybody that's read God Country or reading Thanos or the current Doctor Strange are really excited. And then the fact that people don't even know about the Cosmic Ghost Rider um, book is coming out too. But yeah, so yeah, if you guys like Donny Cates' writing in Marvel, I highly recommend God Country. I don't think I could push that book more than I do right now. I've got issue 1 signed by him and Shaw. I think him and Shaw are working on Cosmic Ghost Rider. So they're teaming up again. It's the same team that did God Country, teaming up for for Cosmic Ghost Rider.
And Moon did do a review for her Brave and the Bold, Batman and Wonder Woman issue 2, which I loved that book, honestly.
The art is so pretty. Yeah. It's
Even though we all joke about Bat Jacked. And then I
right.
had to tell it's like Liam's not drawing no soy bat.
No,
uh,
it's good.
it is. I will probably review the rest of Chasing Hitler because I still tell people try to find it, pick it up. Written by a high school teenager.
That's fantastic.
Yes, Red 5 does the printing. Her uncle, who's been in the business, helped her out with it. So that's one book people should check out. What's the other one that I've been? Yeah, Garrett Gunn was pretty happy that I reviewed Go West.
That's cool. Also too, if anyone's listening as well, recommend some odd books you've read for us to pimp because that's what we're doing. We're pimping the odd,
We
the lesser
are.
known titles, the fun stuff, the one that's not, really marketed well.
The other one that I'm gonna harken back when Feisty and I first met. Honestly, Killbox, the Killbox series. Whenever
Oh,
whenever I picked up God Country, the first issue of God Country, I picked up Killbox as well because her exact words was like, "All right, pick up God Country and then whatever else you can find that's kind of odd." I picked up Killbox. Killbox, it's one of those that I'm going to probably, if I don't review it on here, I'll review it on one of my reviews. It's an odd little book.
that's awesome.
it's It's kind of a game show setting. If anyone remembers the game Manhunt, kind of like in that vein, honestly, which is
I
kind of
don't think I
strange.
played Manhunt. I know I remember because I used to work at EB Games as well. I got what nerdy place have I worked at a video game store and I worked at a comic book store. Hmm.
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 The other book that I picked up was the TPB Six Guns, and that ran at Marvel from 2011 to 2012. So the start of Axel's editorial reign was when that happened. I haven't read it yet. Yeah, that game is just hard, metal horror gamer. That Manhunt, it is. But yeah, I picked up Six Guns. I don't know how it's going to be. I might talk about it, but yeah,
I think I'm gonna for next week's I have been eyeing it and a couple people have recommended it. I don't know if you've heard of 100 Bullets.
I have heard of it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up that trade and read it. So I'll have a review of volume one next week. So
I did pick up another Delcourt book along with. Well, I picked up about three of them along with Iron Squad.
mhm.
I've got Wunderwaffen and the two What If books.
That's awesome. I
Uh,
might go and read some or find some crazy one shots from Marvel or something. I don't know, but yeah, I've been eyeing 100 Bullets. I gotta sift through the Misk indie stuff again because yeah, I just randomly grabbed 3 books and 2 of them I enjoyed and want to take the plunge into reading further. So, this is good. Reading
and
new and old and odd stuff. I like it.
I do. The other one that I picked up along with Wunderwaffen is the What If series, as I told you about. And then the two books I picked up: What If Russians on the Moon and What If Who Killed the President.
Ooh. I hope you
As
re-
I said,
I hope you read
I,
one of those for next week's show.
I probably will be. Like I told you, Delcourt deals alt history, a lot of alt history, and I'm like,
Oh, that's
hmm.
cool. I might have to order some of the Delcourt stuff in the store because I know quite a few history buffs that shop. Like, and a lot of them talk. They're like, "Oh yeah, I'd love to see something done." But if something's like that's already been done and it's available, that's something to have in the store. And I could be like, "Oh, you were talking about this the other day, and I've actually did some research and found this." Well, I won't tell them that you actually did the research for me.
Yeah,
So.
but no, to the yeah, Wunderwaffen. It's roughly translated the wonder, wonder, like Wonder Air Force or Wonder Planes or Wonder Force. As still, whenever I saw that book and I kind of saw their version of a jet fighter, I'm like, this is going to be interesting.
I really want to read the Iron Squad now. That looks really cool.
Yeah, with those, yeah, World War II mechas.
You sold me. You sold me on the book you were supposed to sell. Hopefully, I sold you on Mycroft Holmes.
I did. I do because I knew Kareem had written a lot of books, but still, I'm like, okay. Oh, another pair of books I picked up. One that you would love. Well,
Okay.
these two books you would love.
Does it have a corgi in
Wolver.
it?
No, no, no.
Okay.
It has something else.
Oh.
It 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 has your obsession in it.
Oh, Wolverine.
Yes, yes. Wolverine, Nick Fury, the Scorpio connection.
Huh.
I've
I
got
think I have that. Is that the one of the what ifs?
no. I mean, I don't know if it's a what if, but I got two trade paperbacks I got on that sale.
Nice. I don't
Basically,
even think I've heard that or heard of that Wolverine one.
yeah, basically, Wolverine and Nick Fury embark on a mission to stop Scorpio. But
Huh.
Nick Fury wants to bring him in alive. But
What Wolverine does and what he does isn't very nice.
he's not a very nice person. He's good at what he does. You just don't have to
Exactly.
like it.
Which, yeah, I'm so excited to see his books now being rated M. I mean, maybe not good for Mark, but yeah, it basically takes Wolverine back to, what he does best.
Oh yeah. And next week, I am going to tell you what my sell book is going to be.
Okay.
I don't know if you've read it yet. It is from Image.
Okay.
Before anyone hisses at the villain, it's the Bonehead series. I know DNC's talked about it. I know Flash has talked about it. I know lots of others have talked about it. I've written about it. I'll go ahead and give you the run by run of it on why it's actually pretty good and why it's not your average Image book.
Okay. Well, I don't want to hear that. You got to say that for next week then.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to save that one, a little anticipation, but it's not your average Image book at all. And in
That's
fact,
good.
Image has picked up a lot of trends lately too. Like the you, you notice they've picked up a lot more imports lately.
Yes. Yes, they have.
I mean, Versus is kind of an import. Bonehead's an import. I think they got another import lined up. That's what I've
That's
noticed. They've started looking to the Orient.
I like it. No, well, I've just been picking up verses just because I'm an Assad Ribic fan, so
Well, yeah.
but yeah. I'm looking forward to next week's show because I'm gonna pick like I said, I'm gonna pick up the first trade of 100 bullets. So then I'll give a rundown of that, and if I end up liking it more than the other two I read, I will see if I can sell it to you.
All right. I can dig that one. But yeah, I definitely need to pick up that Kareem book because
Yeah,
I've
I know. I'm really surprised that I didn't even realize that it was written by Kareem until I came home and looked. I'm like, oh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wrote this. This is really interesting. But yeah, I hope more people either pick up the book that he's written or pick up the trades for this because, like I said, it's intriguing to enough to where I want to read more of the story. Um, so yeah.
yeah, and and like I say, the we could probably sell the Iron Squad to Switch and his friends because it's
Well, it's a
I think
mech thing,
Nerd Waffle and Mechaniki be like, you mean ye old World War II mechs?
right?
Sell me on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a copy of that. So if I can order it, I'll definitely order a few. So, well, yeah,
It-
I'm
it-
excited.
definitely. Yeah, next week or 2 weeks, it depends on health.
Yes.
Just saying. No, we've got a bunch of. All right, I'm gonna try to sell her Bonehead. She's gonna try to sell me out of her collection. We'll also have two books that you probably should read. All right, and we'll recap as well. I recommend you folks read Interpol Mexico. Anything by Europe Comics, grab it. You get some quality stuff. You'll get 60 pages for about $6. Dollar a page is not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
uh, and of course, the Prox transmissions. I want to say it was 2010, not 2011 or so. It was Axel's regime. Uh, if you liked Contact, pick it up. It's a good book. All right, and year two, you said Heathen.
Yeah, Heathen is a Vault comic. I think it was 2016, if I'm not mistaken. 2017.
Yeah, so
Um,
just recently.
yeah, this is a recent book. Heathen by Vault. Yeah, fantasy. Lady Vikings, it looks like. And
Jeez.
Mycroft Holmes by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I never thought I would say that ever in my life. Pick up a comic book by um adapted by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's book. So yeah. The one shot does the you deal with if you're into that stuff, great. I read it. It was okay. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's okay, but if you like
If you
the
like the
boobies,
boobies,
the
pick that book
boobies.
up.
Yes, yes, Southern Bells. That'll get you going, kids. but but
But
no,
yeah.
we've we've we have run. It's been a good hour. I think all of you that are out there, and those of you that'll catch the replay, Switch will kick himself. She already has dark. You
I
don't
have
realize this. The
boobies.
boobies.
The boobies. But yeah, no,
wait,
that was a good hour. Yeah,
wait,
thanks to all you future viewers, and thanks to who have joined us for this cast.
folks, we will see you next time. We'll have some odd ones ready.
Yep. Till then,
Good night, everyone.
good night.